So now, can we hear it from Karen Thompson? Tell us, Karen, about our mindset that we need on this program.
France and everybody else who's listening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Oh my goodness, how much information did we get from Carrie this morning? I
Yeah.
feel so much more knowledgeable. A few little things that I did not know. That's great. Thank you for that. So today I'm talking about mindset. If anybody doesn't know who I am, my name is Karen and I am a mind-body balancing coach. And so there are three things that I wanted to talk about this morning. But I also just wanted to tap on that I've heard from both Marie-France and Carey today, particular things that were said. So Marie-France mentioned about our thoughts and what we believe to be true gathered from our parents, because say up to the say age of 7, we are looked after by our more knowledgeable others, by the adults around us. So we believe what is true by what our parents are telling us. And then Carrie mentioned about how we need to start from the inside. Health starts from the inside. So not just about nutrition, but what about your mindset? So that's why I'm here today. We're going to talk about three things very briefly. One is, the first thing we're going to talk about is that we might only be using half of our thinking capacity. The words such as, I should have, I did not, I won't, I cannot. Okay, that's only half of our thinking capacity. So we're going to touch on that. We're also going to touch on beliefs and what we understand beliefs to be. And then also I'm going to talk about two of our core needs as we understand by the famous Tony Robbins. So the first one is getting back to that half. We're using half of our thinking capacity. So if you can imagine, and I don't know if you've got a piece of paper in front of you and you're taking some notes right now. If not, if you're watching the replay, why not hit pause and go grab a piece of paper? So I want you to draw a line right in the middle. If you haven't got paper, just do this visually for yourself. But just having a piece of paper, landscape size, a line going across the middle. And on the very top, I want you to write the word above. And down the very bottom, I want you to write the word below. So above the line and below the line. And what the line is representing is our normal state of thinking. Before we throw in the have nots and the should nots, and before we throw in the positive mindset, that line represents what is just your average normal way of thinking. So when we think above and below the line, what this means, when we are thinking above the line, we are thinking positive. We are filled with ownership and accountability and responsibility. When we're thinking above the line, we are solution focused. We are acknowledging what's going on. We are understanding, okay, this is a great learning moment for me. I'm taking that feedback and I'm going to do something different to make it work, because we see the opportunity for change. And that's what happens when we are living above the line. But when we are living below the line, we are filled with blame. This is self-blame, or maybe blaming someone else. We are filled with excuses. Now, excuses are the adult version of a reason. That's not the same. We are filled with excuses why we can't do something. And we're using that word can't again. Also, denial. We might be denying that we actually have the power within to achieve these things, to achieve these weight or health goals. And so when we're living below the line, we're problem focused. As I said, we're blaming, maybe shaming ourselves, maybe going up 100 grams yesterday. We're saying, well, that was a mistake. We're focusing on those mistakes. We're focusing on failure. And that's not where we want to be. Imagine if that line was actually the sea level. So living below the line, living below the water, you're drowning. So move away from those thoughts that are below the line, and let's take you up to above the line where you can have that sense of ownership and feeling great about yourself. Okay? All right, number 2, we want to talk about our beliefs. I don't know about you and what you think beliefs really are, but I'm telling you right now, they are convenient assumptions. What this means is that we can change our beliefs at any time. They're like habits. We can do something new, do it for 21 days, and it usually becomes a habit if we do it the same time every day for about 3 or 4 weeks. But when we talk about our beliefs, this is gathered from our more knowledgeable others of the past. As I said before, when Marie-France tapped into what our parents tell us, up to the age of around about 7, we will gather those beliefs from those people who we look up to, who we trust, who give us security. And so we take those as being true statements. But then we get into the big wide world and we start to learn different things. We talk to different people and we start to develop maybe new beliefs. Because what it means is when we are stuck, maybe that means that you are taking evidence from the past. What happened 5 years ago? What happened 10 years ago? Just because it happened 5 or 10 years ago does not make it true. It just means that it happened. So, and I've done this before with about my weight before we had the slim down. I was 80 to 85 kilos, 85 kilos at one point. And my belief was, I will never get back. Well, no, that was just me living below the line. That was just me having a negative belief that it couldn't be done based on past information that I had that I believed to be true and correct, but it wasn't. And maybe it was a fear of what would happen if I did get there. It was the unknown. So that's what happens, but it does not mean you cannot do it. So for those listening to me for the first time, yes, I had my heaviest was 85 and I'm now sitting at 73 kilos. So last 12 months, I was able to maintain a drop of at least 7 kilos. And that was just a game changer. It was amazing. I haven't been 73 for about 8 years. It's just fantastic. So you can do this, change your mindset, and it will happen. But we have one more thing to talk about, and that's the core needs. So that's something that you could probably Google. Google Tony Robbins, human needs. The top 2 core needs, they're the ones that we're going to talk about today. You're going to have one of these. You might feel that you say, Karen, I have 2 of those really, but one's going to be stronger. So the top 2 needs that we have are a sense of certainty or uncertainty, and I'll explain what that means. So when certainty is important to us, that means that safety, security, having a sense of routine, knowing that we are protected, ensuring that we avoid pain, ensuring that we are gaining pleasure in all that we do. That's having a sense of certainty. And we do that in the community that we've got. So we have the Facebook group that is here to support you. We have everybody here. When we have our Zoom calls, we are here to support you. And that's living a life of certainty. But then we also have uncertainty. That's not a bad thing, because uncertainty is about having a sense of variety, having change, having a new stimuli to keep us going, having a sense of adventure, maybe the need for the unknown. Maybe you like to have that sense of adventure and try different things. And think about what you're eating. Marie-France tapped on, we don't always have to have the salad with the lettuce and the tomato and the cucumber and the cheese. Add that mayonnaise in.
Yeah.
Right? So you are going to have a core need that will be more higher than the other. So whether it's a sense of certainty, having security, having routine, maybe you need to do that. Or maybe you like to have that sense of adventure and try things different. And that's what we do with our 3 weekly challenges. We make it different. We hit that reset button and we make it work because we hear from different people every time. And that's what it's all about. It's about coming together, and you will find that your mindset will change. As Marie-France said at the start, it might feel a little bit daunting, but we are here for you. We are here in the group. Everybody else is in the group, and they are on their own journey, but the same journey at the same time. So my instruction is to play full out in that Facebook group. Post your photos, if you like, post your measurements, whatever you feel comfortable. Post what you're eating. Post your recipe, why not? But then also champion other people, because remember, what you give is what you get out. Okay, it's so important. And all of this will subconsciously change your mindset because you see it working, you know it's working, but just remember to live above the line. Okay, make sure that you are feeding yourself those positive statements about I will, I can, and I am. And so that's my message for you today. Just let's take it above the line. Let's have a positive mindset. If there are days where you're thinking that you're not doing that, reach out to someone. Reach out to me, reach out to Marie-France, Heather Billing, anybody in the group, and just say, I'm having a day. Can someone throw me a positive phrase, some inspiration, and will help you along the way? So thank you for being here. We believe in you. Everybody believes in you, and you can do this. And don't forget to reach out.
Thank you so much, Karen.